The United States introduced a new program called Welcome Course, which allows groups of people or organizations in the United States to sponsor refugees to help cover the costs of their relocation for those arriving through the U.S. Refugee Admissions Program, or USRAP.
In what can only be described as a classic move from the Biden playbook, the American people are left holding the mop to clean up the steaming mess created by the administration's catastrophic policies. Today's disaster du jour stems from the unchecked flood of illegal immigration, with the question of where to stash the overflowing masses now taking center stage. Michigan, in a stroke of genius, has decided to crowdsource the solution. Yes, you read that right. On February 12th, the Office of Global Michigan, a subdivision of the state's Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity, released a statement essentially begging residents to step up as volunteer sponsors for refugees. According to the statement, sponsors are expected to roll out the welcome mat for newly arrived refugees, from greeting them at the airport to finding them a place to crash for the first 90 days. Because, you know, who needs a proper immigration policy when you can just outsource it to the locals? While Michigan is tiptoeing around the idea of having folks take in illegal aliens, other blue states have cut straight to the chase. Remember Massachusetts Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll? Last year, she cut the crap and straight up asked residents, hey, got a spare room? Host a family. It's the hot new trend in hospitality. Now you might think people would be lining up to play Airbnb for strangers who just hop the border. But surprise, surprise. The compensation for this generous act is nothing more than a handful of woke brownie points. Because who needs tangible rewards when you can bask in the warm glow of moral superiority? And let's not forget that most Americans are about as thrilled with the illegal immigration crisis as they are with a root canal. From turfing kids out of rec centers to booting elderly veterans from nursing homes, the blue state government's handling of this mess isn't exactly inspiring confidence. Add to that the cherry on top, the daily horror stories of migrants crossing the border only to commit crimes against American citizens. Sure, not every illegal immigrant is a violent criminal, but with odds like these, who's feeling lucky? So let's ponder this for a moment. Is this truly the best brainstorm the Democrats could muster? The fact that this is even a question speaks volumes about the colossal screw-up that is the Biden administration's border policy. Why, pray tell, should the American people be left holding the bag for thousands of illegal migrants that our cities can't support? The blame for this dumpster fire and the responsibility to extinguish it rests squarely on the shoulders of the Biden administration, because nothing says leadership quite like passing the buck and expecting the taxpayers to foot the bill.